Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? It is 2:12 a.m. on Thursday night, going into Friday. It is really cold outside. Oh, it says it's 31 degrees. Well, it feels a lot colder than that. I woke up about 20 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, because I was listening to my audiobook a little bit. And I took the dogs outside because Adley was wanting to go out. And I started my car while I was taking them out because I wanted to heat it up. It is so cold. My car used to have, like, I could start it from the house, but, like, it's not doing that right now. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it won't do that right now. Oh, what just happened? Oh, I opened my lip gloss from the other end. Did you ever do that? I opened my lip gloss like this, and I was like, but anyway, yeah, whenever I try to start it from the house, and Alex tried to do it the other day too, and he couldn't get it to do it. So I don't know what's wrong with it. Next time I take my car in for an oil change, I'll have them look at it. Anyway, today was a busy day. You know, I was just thinking, like, it's kind of funny because I always talk in my vlog. If you've watched my vlog for a while, like last night I kind of like was referencing some drama that was going on Twitter. When I was sitting at the gas station, I was like reading through like the tweets or whatever, you know, and I was screenshotting them. But I almost never talk about drama over here. Yeah, because once I post my videos, I kind of like move on. You know, every once in a while, every couple hours, I'll like look at Twitter and see what's going on, or if people are tagging me and stuff or sending me direct messages, I'll read them and see what they're about. But I know it's hard to believe by a lot of people, but I'm really not that consumed with it. But then there are days that there's like so much stuff going on that it's just kind of like my whole day. And people are calling and, you know, texting me stuff. And that was kind of today, honestly. Like, today was a lot to do with my drama channel. And if you watch my drama channel, then I think you probably know about what's going on. And if you don't, you probably have no interest. So we won't talk about that. Or I won't talk about that. But, you know, it's just... It's kind of funny because there's, like, some days that, like, the majority of my day is spent kind of centered around all of that. And then I come over here and I talk about cozy mysteries, and it's kind of, honestly, it's kind of like a nice, like opposition to what I do over there. I love my drama channel. I have a lot of fun over there, kind of being able to sit. That's a huge part of like who I am. Like, you know, if you listen to me talk about like the Real Housewives and reality TV, I see YouTube to some degree to be very similar to that. So, like, Tanya and I will drive around, and Tanya watches a lot of the drama now unfold on YouTube. So she'll ask me, she'll say, you know, like, well, what do you think about such and such? Or Tanya texts me a lot, and she'll say, like, did you see this or whatever? I mean, she keeps up with it a lot. And, but, so I have a lot of fun doing that channel, but it's also really kind of nice to be able to come over here and just talk about the dogs or what Alex and I did. And, that's why I'm really, really thankful for having all of my different channels. You know, it's kind of like, you know, when you have a couple different friends in your life, and you have that friend like that you always go out with and you have a great time and they're just a lot of fun and you can't wait to go out to like the club with them. And then you have the other friend that like you can't wait to meet and have coffee with because you guys just always have like really deep conversations. And, you know, then you have that one friend that's kind of like everything for you together, you know. And it's like, but like a couple different friends serve like, you know, do different things for you, you know what I mean, like in life. And I feel like my channels are kind of like that. Like my Booktube channel is definitely for a place for me just to like unwind, unfold, and have fun because I love to read and just talk about books. And it's so nice to have a place that I can just go and talk just about books. because for so long, I didn't have anybody to talk to about books, because most of the people in my life don't read, except for Tanya, and she and I read pretty different things. Although I was excited to contact her, I could talk to her every single day. I was excited to tell her the other day that Paula Hawkins' new book is coming out in, I think, August. I think I saw it. I was like looking something up while it was on a vlog, so she was like, really? What's it about? And I was kind of telling her. And then I was like, what are you reading? And because she reads so much, she reads like a book a day. And she's like, well, I'm reading this book. And she goes in to tell me about this book. And literally like 20 seconds in, I was like, she told me the whole book. And I said, I should always stop you at the beginning in case I want to read. She started laughing. She can tell me an entire book like in 20 seconds. So many people have told me to read The Silent Patient, and I can remember when it came out, Tanya told me, she was like, oh, I read this book and it was pretty good, and I was like, well, what's it about? And she like told me the whole thing, and then she was like, oh, it's called The Silent Patient in case you want to read it. Well, she even told me the end of it, and I kind of remember some things about it, so I had already downloaded it on Audible at the time. I was like, Tanya, why did you tell me the whole book? Now I don't want to read it. And I've kind of been waiting until maybe I'll forget what the book is about, but every time I see the cover come up on my Audible, I'm always like, yeah, I remember what Tanya told me about it. And sometimes when we drive around, because I love to talk about movies, or books, but usually she'll do this with movies. She'll say, I just want to relax for a little bit, tell me a movie. And so she'll put her head back, and she'll just like sit with her eyes closed, and I'll tell her about like a movie that I saw, and she'll ask me like questions, but it's like we speak like real quietly in the car, and so I'll tell her a movie. That's like one of our favorite things to do. And then she'll tell me a book. But anyway, and then, you know, my Peterisms channel is so much fun for me. It's like having a conversation with like one of my sober friends, where we'll talk about a meditation or like a topic that comes up or something like that, you know. And then my Peter Does Stuff channel, I love to try new stuff over there, and it's just, I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to have just a place where I review stuff, because I used to watch tons and tons of review videos on YouTube. You know what's funny is that I used to watch like a lot of as seen on TV stuff, and I when I started that channel, I had said I was going to review a lot of that, but it's really hard to review like the as seen on TV stuff. Like, I'll go to the aisle at the Meijer and look at their as seen on TV stuff, or the Walmart, and there's honestly there's not a lot of things that they're like things I wouldn't normally use, like an egg cooker, but it'll be like $29.95. They're not cheap, you know, or it'll be like an electric hair remover. And I've even got on Amazon and like looked at all the stuff they've have. I've even got on the as seen on TV sites, and they're either, the things are very expensive. Just because they're as seen on TV does not mean that they're cheap. They're either like rather expensive, and I don't want to just buy something for like $60, $70, $69 or something, and just family friendly, and just use like one time for a video and throw it away. Like, I don't want to do that, you know? And I try to typically, like for that, buy things that I would use. There was a period where I was buying all kinds of stuff that I thought I could do reviews about, and I have them all in a box in the basement from when I cleaned out the garage. And there's really nothing in there that I want to review. Like, I go through there every once in a while, and I'm like, there's nothing in here that I want to review. I should just give that stuff away. Because I'm like, yeah, there's nothing in here that... But anyway... So I like doing the food stuff. The food stuff is fun, especially for me, and I know it gets to be kind of overkill for people sometimes. Well, the problem is, food is hard for me to review as a vegetarian, because a lot of the new food that comes out at fast food places is obviously not vegetarian. It's like a chicken sandwich, you know, from Popeyes or something, or it's a new cheeseburger from a Burger King or whatever. Like, most of it isn't vegetarian food, so it's hard for me to review food over there. Like, there's always stuff I want to review at Taco Bell, but I can't unless I get it replaced with beans, and I've done that a couple times. I will tell you that the vegetarian items at Taco Bell are really good. Like, the black bean Crunchwrap Supreme. I love that so much. They used to have a black bean quesarita. I don't think they have that anymore, but that was like one of their vegetarian items that came out. Well, of course, I love a good bean burrito. And did you know that at Taco Bell, you can get any of the items that have ground beef in them, you can get them, or anything, steak, chicken, whatever, you can get that exchanged with just like black or refried beans. Did you know that? And make it vegetarian. You can. I actually learned that from Tana Mojo. Isn't that interesting? She did a video talking about that. And then I was like, I wonder if that's true. And I went in there, and this is actually kind of funny, because I get like nachos Bel Grande a lot, and I'll have them replace the beef with beans. If you do that though, you have to tell them for extra cheese and sour cream, or it is literally all beans, almost. It just is like too much. But then I got a, what's it called? Oh shoot, you know, like the taco that's in the other thing. I can't remember what it's called now. I used to love it when it had like the Baja dip stuff on it back before I was a vegetarian. I can't remember what those are called now. Shoot. Everybody in the world knows what I'm talking about but me. But anyway, I got like 2 of those, and then like a hard taco with like beans instead of beef, because I want to try it. It's too much beans after a while. Like it's overkill of beans. But so anyway, I love that channel. I love trying to find like new drinks and stuff. And honestly, there's a lot of things that I could review if I, like, she always is on the totallythebomb.com website. She's putting stuff, or she puts stuff up there from Aldi all the time, and I still haven't gone to Aldi. But like every week she puts up like 4 or 5, 10 new items over there that you can go buy, and that are kind of like different and fun that I can review. So I've been meaning to go do that. Like there are things I want to review, like the Wonder Woman, not the Wonder Woman, I did the Wonder Woman Frappuccino today, but like the Lady Gaga Oreos that are like really hard to find. I got on Amazon, and you can buy like a 4-pack for like $13. I'm like, no, I'm good, because you know that they're just Oreo. They taste like regular Oreos. They're just colored differently because of Lady Gaga. They're like bright colors and stuff like that. So I was like, forget it. I'm not gonna spend that money on that. And I was gonna actually, so I have a Diet Coke with me, but I actually brought this LaCroix Coffee Exotica, which is like cola and coffee. I was gonna review this on my channel, and then I thought that's stupid. So, but if I don't drink it on camera tonight, I might do that and just save it for tomorrow, and we'll see. We also like these lights in our bedroom that Alex like changed. Like these are the things I don't want to do because I don't know enough about it. But like we have those light bulbs that like you can make any color. You know what I'm talking about? Like there's like 30 colors, 20 colors that you can have your light bulbs be. And it's really, really cool. And honestly, I was really resistant to it when Alex got them. I was like, oh, we don't need this. This is going to be like too much. But it is really, really nice. Like, because you can like lower the lights up and down, and you can make them any color, like from like green. And there's like 10 greens, 10 reds, you know, 10 yellows. There's like 3 soft lights. It's really nice. And I totally swear by these things. Tanya got some. I think Mel bought some after I did. They're really, really fantastic. So anyway, but like Alex has our whole bedroom set up on, and like at other parts of our house as well, set up on like the Google, like how you do all that kind of stuff. I don't know how to figure any of that kind of stuff out. So for me to review it, it's like I can't really show like how to use it. You know what I mean? I'm just not technological like that. Like I joke in my videos and I say, you know, I have my glasses on, I can't do math, and I'm not technological, but I like really am not technological like at all. But I love that channel, the review channel. Like I get to have just so much like fun over there. And then my Peter Does Stuff channel that I started recently. I mean, it doesn't get like tons of views or anything, but I have so much fun over there, and it's just because like I'm more comfortable with it now that I've just done some random things over there, because like I don't feel like, I feel like I can just do whatever. It's crazy to me, like when I drive by these houses at like 2:30 in the morning, that people have like their whole like kitchen, living room lights are on. Do people leave all their lights on when they go to bed at night? We don't do that. But I drive by so many houses that just have like their whole downstairs like on at 2:30, unless maybe these people are still up, who knows. But anyway, like at first when I started that channel, I was like so nervous every video I made. I'm still kind of that way a little bit. I wish I had like an intro that I knew to do over there, but I just don't want to even do that. I just want it to kind of flow and be real natural, because it's just a channel that I want to be able to have fun with and do whatever I want to do on there. And kind of like, you know, just like old school OG like YouTube channels, YouTubers back in the day when they just basically did like whatever they wanted to do on their channels. Like that's what I wanted that channel for. And then I thought, well, I'll do a bunch of DIYs. And then I started getting kind of like in my head, like boxed in about what I thought that channel should look like. And then I was like, this is silly. Just enjoy it. Like, don't like, you know, like, cause I always like think of things like, okay, I have to do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And it's like, just enjoy it. Just like, you know, don't even think of it that way. And so like today I actually was gonna film me just because I thought, okay, I'm not gonna do a review of these lights, these Google Home lights, so I'll just sit there on my Peter Does Stuff channel and go through them and show my favorite colors and stuff, because I thought that would be kind of just a fun video to do. Like, people are really nice. Like, I can literally do anything. I did a video where I was like showing the stuff underneath my sink. I made my bed. I mean, I just am having such fun on that channel. And the other thing is that like on that channel are the things that I film are things that I want to be able to come back to and like look at. Like, I walked actually right over here in the woods, and I called it Off the Beaten Path. And like, I remember I was like, I just want a video of me like walking in the woods where it's like pretty, you know, in the fall. And then I had the dogs in a lot of videos. And then like I made the bed because I wanted like some video clips of what our bed looks like at Christmas time, because I wanted to be able to look back and remember that, you know, and all this kind of stuff. I mean, I'm sure we'll use the same bedding next year, but you know what I mean? I just thought that would be kind of cool. So, yeah. And then of course my vlog is just, this is like my heartstone. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I just love this channel so much. I cannot tell you how many people through the years, like people that I've known on YouTube, have said to me like, I can't believe that you like vlog every night for like an hour or more. And you know, there was a long period where I was doing like I think when I was in the driveway, I was doing like an hour and a half every night. I mean, they've been a lot shorter lately. They've been between, you know, 45 minutes and like an hour and 15. I mean, it's funny to think that I think that that's shorter, but you know, like they're shorter than they used to be. Because my vlogs for a long time were always about an hour and a half long, weren't they? I feel like they were. And I've had so many people be like, you know, like if you gave up your vlog channel and like your Peterisms channel and stuff, like, I mean, the reality is I just don't really make any money. So it's not like I'm doing it for that, you know? And I think people don't understand that. Like, my vlog channel, like, basically pays for the gas in my car. And, you know, like, my Peterisms channel and my Booktube channel, like, my Booktube channel might... Well, the thing is, if you have to make like $100 a month on a channel to get like paid or something like that, I rarely probably make that a month on Booktube. But like, it usually, I think my Booktube channel covers like what I would spend on Audible in a month, you know? So, well, probably not with all the extra credits I buy. But I mean, it's never been about that for me on those channels, you know what I mean? And my friends are always just like, you could like dedicate so much time and energy to like making your drama videos better and the editing better and stuff like that. Well, like, even if I just was doing that, like, I wouldn't improve the editing. I mean, how I do things is how I do things. And I enjoy it like that. I enjoy that they're unedited. And you know, the people I watched back in the day, it's funny, were like, I can remember Glozell Green, like the quality for videos were so poor. She literally sat in like a dark room with like a computer screen, and she would just read lyrics, and like her wig would be like, I can remember like I said something about it one time, and she was like, I can't believe that you noticed that or something, but like, you know, her wig would just be like in the background, like sitting on a table or whatever. And she would do these videos, and her talent was like unbelievable, you know? I mean, just her absolute humor. If you have never seen like Glozell Green's reading the Kesha lyrics to like TikTok or whatever, go back and watch that video. It is one of the most talented videos I've ever seen, you know? And then it was like all these videos, like back in the day, you know, that I thought were hilarious at that time, were videos that were never, I mean, I remember watching a Tyler Oakley video where he was standing in his kitchen and he was like breaking out all of his lean cuisines, and I think he was like talking to him or something. It was like one of his early videos when he was like in college. Chris Crocker's videos where he would like just sit there with his grandma in the kitchen. They were, I mean, none of them were edited. You know, none of them were edited. The videos, all these videos were so like, it was just total talent from these people that I like used to watch back in the day. And there was no like grand editing to it. There was no like jump cuts or, you know, it was just like basically they reached over and started filming and that was it. And I've always really respected the ability for somebody to do that. I think when you rely, I'm not taking away from people that like do great editing. There's something to be said for fantastic editing too. I can't do that. I could probably teach myself to do that, but I really have no desire, honestly. Because for me, it doesn't add to the quality of the videos. Like the videos, like the editing that is impressive to me is like I just don't love watching videos that are like a bunch of clips put together. Like I've never loved that. Great editing to me are things like, I mean, very rarely do I watch a video and I'm just like, oh my God, the editing in this video is just unbelievable. And yet I know people that like spend like I'll talk to people and they'll be like, I spent 12 hours editing this video. And I'm like, why? Like, you didn't improve anything with all of these 15 jump cuts that you put in every 2 seconds. Like, I don't feel like it adds to the video at all. But the reality is, I have found, I don't know why it's easy for me. I honestly don't. I don't know if it's just because I talk a lot or what. But like, I have like, was kind of surprised in talking to other YouTubers and also some people that I sat with, like, they like to make a 10 or 15 minute video, they literally film like an hour. Like they'll sit there and they'll say like, okay, today I'm going to talk about Judy Smith. And I'm also going to talk about her brother, Freddie Smith. And then they'll cut out that part in the middle, but like they'll film for an hour. Like I don't, I don't get that. Like that would make me so nervous to do. And I know it works for them and hey, more power to you. But like that would make me so nervous. Now, do I have long periods of like silence in videos? Yeah, I do. I remember when Michael from Popology called me out about that in his videos, which I think is funny because it's like true. There's like, I'm so bad I want to drive through Taco Bell and see what that thing is called because it's driving me crazy, but I'm not going to do that. But anyway, it's true. I do have long periods of silence in my videos, you know, sometimes. Nowadays, I try to reach over and go, okay, hold on, you guys, I'll be right back, or whatever, you know, which is just such great editing. I just don't think that's what anybody is watching my videos about for the great editing, you know? But, like, great editing to me is, like, the most popular girls in high school. Like, I was always floored with the creativity, the artistry, and them putting together those videos, the editing of those videos, I thought was fantastic. I just was really, really impressed, you know, with all of that. So, I don't know, you know. But I don't have any plan to, like, stop doing my, like today, I wanted to film a third drama video. And we had to go over for Sebastian's birthday cake thing. It was just, you know, it was so sweet. I'll tell you about that in a second. But anyway. And so we were over there for like 40 minutes, if that even. But anyway, we had like, I had like 2 pieces of cheese pizza, and look at that back there's blue, it's so pretty. 2 pieces of cheese pizza, and then I had this, he wanted like, I didn't understand, like Alex was trying to explain it to me. I didn't understand the theme to his cake. It was like a cake, but then it had like little cupcakes on it. The cake was so good. It was so good. I had Alex's piece and mine. And It wasn't a big piece, so it was a small piece. But anyway, not that that matters, but that was basically my dinner tonight, was 2 pieces of like Tombstone cheese pizza and 2 pieces of cake. It was good, and a bottle of water while I was sitting over there. But anyway, it was like this blue cake, and then it had blue and white cupcakes, little cupcakes on top of it, and then all of these like things on there, and he wanted a candy party. Is that something from Mario Brothers or something? Like, he had all Mario Brothers stuff on. So I'm like, is a candy party from Mario Brothers? I don't get it. Anyway, Alex is like, yeah, that's what he wanted, was a candy party. So anyway, so I was rushing to get my stuff done, and I really wanted to do today. I don't have a book. I was gonna, I've been meaning to do a Booktube video showing these graphic novels that I bought, but like that's kind of on the back burner, honestly. But I really wanted to do this Peter Does Stuff video where I was showing the lights, and I was really wanting to do a Peterisms video, you know? This is where people are like, if you got rid of all of those other channels, like, you could make so much more on this other, and I'm like, but it's not about that for me. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, YouTube money is nice and all that kind of stuff, and sponsorships and whatever, don't get me wrong, you know? But like I'm not gonna get rid of those channels, you know? And so I was like, I haven't made a Peterisms channel in like a day or 2. So I was like, that's more important to me right now than getting this third drama channel, or third drama video up. And, so I filmed the Peterisms video. I didn't have time to do the Peter Does Stuff video, because then it was like I didn't have time to get the videos up, like, and rendered and stuff, you know? But like, I think that having those other channels, in all honesty, like, you know, I see a lot of people talk about like, well, now I feel like there's a lot of YouTubers that are kind of doing that and having like, you know, I mean, I remember back in the day people having like a main channel and a vlog channel, and that was, I mean, so that didn't seem like anything new to me. But now there's like a lot of people that are doing that with different stuff, which I think is fine. I think it's fun, you know? I mean, I don't understand why you would only have one channel, honestly. Why can't I find my band, Sol de Janeiro? I almost said, what was that old back in the day? Oh, here's the Patrick Ta lip gloss. We should probably try that, shouldn't we? Where is, what was that stuff? The was it Bando Soleil? Was that what it was called? The suntan stuff, you know? But I honestly, like, me having all these different channels, like, gives me some sanity. Like, in all honesty, it's just like I have fun talking about the YouTube drama, or I like having an opinion or researching it and talking about it a little bit, and, you know, putting in my 2 cents about whatever's going on in the YouTube world right there, or, you know, trying to, from my life experience, try to say like, oh, this is, you know, what I would suggest in this situation to do. Like, I enjoy all that, right? But if that's all I did, I think I would become very, very bored of it. Like, it's really nice to, like, do that, and then while that's uploading, sit down there and read meditations from my Peterisms video. I almost, like, and I try to explain it to people, and they just, like, are like, they don't understand. They're like, well, okay, whatever. Go on and make 23 cents on a video, that's okay. You know, I'm like, well, it's like, it's not about that for that channel, you know? And recently, Raw Beauty Christie shouted out that channel. She always comments on it and stuff. And it's funny because there's quite a few people that have messaged me about that channel. And, you know, whenever somebody stops me in public, they're always like, I love your Peterisms channel. And that means so much to me, because that's like, it really is like me having a conversation with, like, just, you know, not even just one of my sober friends, but like Melissa and I, or, you know, whoever, just a life conversation, you know? And I just love that channel so much. So I think we're multi-sided, don't you think so? I mean, I think, like, each and every one of us has so many different sides. I mean, if I said to you, define yourself using just one word, like, I couldn't possibly do that. You know, there's a part of me that's, like, really funny and loves to sing oh my Lord, sing songs and dance around and be funny and all that kind of stuff, right? But then there's a side of me that likes to be very serious and have very serious conversations. And there's a part of me that likes to remember the past. And there's a part of me that likes to, like, get excited and plan about the future, you know? I mean, in all honesty, if I had enough time and energy, I could probably have like 10 channels if I didn't think that everybody would think it was ridiculous, you know? But at some point it becomes kind of like, it stopped. I feel like now, especially with my Peter Does Stuff channel, like anything that I want to do, I just trimmed my nails, you guys, and I'm so weird about my nails. And this nail right here is like ripped or something on the end, and I'm afraid I'm gonna like, it's gonna peel back. But anyway, I need to stop messing with it. I feel like now with the Peter Does Stuff channel, and like, you know, like if I want to show, like if there's something like an item, or if I want to do a haul, or I've been doing hauls on that Peter Does Stuff channel too, and I was doing those on my review channel. But like if I want to do like a haul, because I love hauls, or if I want to do favorites, or if I want to do, you know, just like showing something I got, or trying something that I bought, or do a DIY, or try to cook something, or any of that kind of stuff, like the kind of like old school mainstream YouTube videos that I used to watch, you know, I feel like I could do any of that on my Peter Review Stuff channel or my Peter Does Stuff channel. Anything that has to do with me and like on my journey of life, of like growing and changing as a person, any of that can go on my Peterisms channel. You know, I feel like anything that is like mainstream YouTube kind of like drama, talking about that kind of stuff, any opinions, whatever, any pop culture opinions that I would do, like I talked about doing some reality TV responses, that can fit, anything like that. That person just ran a red light straight up, seriously. They almost didn't stop for me, and I was like, and then when I went through, they just went through it, it was like a Jeep Wrangler. That's kind of scary. But like any like TV reviews, anything like that, which, because I'm not going to do like, well, not reviews, but like wrap-ups of TV shows or whatever, if I end up deciding to do that, can go on my drama channel. So all of that can go over there, you know? And then anything to do with books can go on my Booktube channel. I like to keep that isolated over there just to books, because that's kind of my happy place, because I don't think people really understand sometimes how much I love books, even though I talk about books all the time, you know what I mean? I don't know, I think people probably do get it, but, so it's like, and then this channel, God, this nail is driving me crazy. I wish I had I don't think I have one in here. I wish I had an emery board. Maybe I do have one in here. But this channel is like so nice for me to, where would I have it if I had it? I had, like, when I did, I think it's in my other bag. No, I don't have it in here. I've got everything else in this stupid bag. I wish I did have it in here. I was gonna say, see, because I have these things that came from, I think, like, this Sephora box or whatever Christmas box I bought. So I thought, well, maybe I have that in there. But I think it's in my other bag. I'm gonna change these masks. Oh, I forgot about all this. You guys, I literally, like, Tanya said something the other night, and because I told Alex I was thinking about, like, buying a fanny pack. I want to start saving my money, and then, like, I think I want to have, like, oh, this is that strawberry stuff I got from Anthropology. I really like that. It smells really good. It doesn't stay on for very long. I think, like, maybe not so much now, because I don't know that I would wear a fanny pack like my husband does. He wears it across his chest, and I love how that looks, but maybe if I lost a little bit of weight, I would wear that. But I really would, like, save my money. I think I want to just, like, you know how I take my money and I, like, set it aside for shopping, and then when I don't, I put it into either my savings or my shopping fund. Like, I have really been watching myself lately, like, when I go to the Meijer, when I do this kind of stuff, and, like, really, like, well, I mean, I bought the Ugg boots, and I bought the Crocs and stuff like that, but, like, these Crocs, I am getting my wear out of them. I mean, I'm, like, wearing them so much. Those two things have really saved this winter, because I usually wear Birkenstock sandals. I would be wearing Birkenstock sandals probably right now. But these Crocs are fantastic, and they're ugly as sin, but they're so ugly. But these and my Uggs were totally worth the purchase. But I've been really trying to like, okay, I don't need this, I don't need anything else. And I think what I'm gonna do is start saving money and putting it aside. And then I'd like to have like 2 or 3 maybe nice bags. I'm not talking about like $5,000 bags, but I'm talking about like maybe like a Gucci messenger bag, or I'd like to have this. There's this Balenciaga fanny pack that I'd like to have maybe for the summer, and save some money, and only when I have the money saved, you know, get it. Like I don't need, these are not needs, these are wants. You know, I also have this watch that I've wanted forever, and I'm like, I'm thinking like at some point, I'm either going to get it for my 49th or my 50th birthday. My 49th birthday is this summer. But my dad all his life had just like a regular like Timex. And then, I don't remember which birthday it was, but like he went and he got himself, this is kind of a crazy story. Anyway, he went and got himself a Rolex. And, I mean, it's not like an over-the-top one or anything like that. It was just like, I don't even know what the material was. It was like, what do you call it? It was like the silver-looking one. And it was big, but it wasn't like huge or anything. But it kind of looked like a Timex a little bit. But anyway, he had it forever. And then, it was a couple of years ago, I said something to my dad about, I was like over there and I like looked at his watch and he had like a Timex on. And I said, what happened to your watch? And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, because I was looking at his watch, he was like, nothing happened to this. And I go, no, your Rolex that you wore. And he goes, he was like, he was at some meeting out of town, and like the meeting went long, and he took his watch off and he put it down. And like they got up to like go for a break, and when he came back, the watch was gone. I was like, are you kidding me? And he was like, no. And I was like, did you report it? He's like, I reported it lost. He was like, you know, nobody turned it in, obviously. He was like, I can't believe I did it. And I go, so are you gonna get another one or whatever? He was like, no. He was like, I don't need another one. But I like nice watches, and the watch I wear now is this Wood watch, this Jode watch. It's Jord, which looks like Jord, but it's Jode, which they actually sent me a couple years ago, and I did a sponsorship for. It was like it might have been my very first sponsorship I ever did. And I remember I was paid like nothing for it, and all I wanted was the watch because I love that Wood watch so much. And I was like, they offered to send it to me. They were like, you can pick any watch. I was like, oh my God. And that watch literally has stood the test of time. Like, it is such a fantastic watch. It's called, what is it? It's manual or whatever. Like, you have to reset it like each time you wear it, because like if you don't wear it for like 48 hours, it like stops, you know what I mean? But I get compliments on that watch literally everywhere I go. Like, literally. And I can wear it with anything, and I love that watch. But there's been this watch that I've wanted since I was like 20 years old, and I feel like, you know what? You don't live forever, and if there's something that you want, I'm very, very good with saving money. I mean, there was a point when I wasn't, but like, I'm just good with saving money. And I think about like, you know, saving back, but I probably would have to wait until I know that we have money saved for doing the house, because that's what we're really like, all of our extra money right now is going into like saving so that we can redo the house. Because that's going to be like, for me, like, I want that done. Like, I want that done in like 3 or 4 months. Like, I want to have the money ready. I want to hire a contractor and have them come out and be like, okay, come on, tell us what you need to do and how you're going to do it, and how are we going to live in this mess while you're doing it, and then we'll work around that, and okay, yeah, we have the money saved. Like, that's what I want to do. And also, with being able to get some new furniture and stuff like that, so that we, you know, we've had the same furniture forever. The leather couch that we have in our living room is really, really nice, but I think we're going to end up putting that in the basement. That was, actually, we bought that from Tanya. Tanya buys a new couch about every year, and then she buys a couch, and she's like in love with it, and she always buys really nice couches, and then like after a year, she's like, starts, you know, itching that she wants something. She's doing this right now with a new couch, and then she's like, oh, I want a new couch, and I think this is what I want, and whatever. So she wanted to get rid of that couch. I think she sold it to us for like nothing, if I remember. But it's a great couch. Leather couches, if you have dogs, are fantastic. Because literally, like, if they slobber on there or whatever, you know, or get wet feet on there from being outside, you just, like, Windex it down and it's clean. I mean, it's super easy. Leather couch. And it's not, like, the highest end leather in the world, but, I mean, it's, like, a nice couch anyway, you know? The chair that I sit in to do all my videos, it needs to go. Like, we need a new chair and an ottoman, and we actually have talked about getting, like, a little couch for right there. Alex wants to redo the whole living room, the way that all the furniture is set up, and he wants to have the TV over where the painting of the naked lady is, and he wants to have like a little couch setting in front of the fireplace, which I'm totally fine with that. But then he wants to, like, you know, maybe put the dining room back. He wants to have another couch area like where it is now, but like a little sitting area. I don't know how it would all work, honestly, but like, I think we should wait until we get the whole house done. I want brightness brought into that house. Like, I want to get all of our wood floors. We got them done. We got the wood floors and the slate in the kitchen and the entryway done the year after we got married, which would have been like 2012. So I mean, it's like 9 years old. Because everybody always is like, you just got those floors done. I'm like, no, it's been like forever. So we need to get the floors redone, the wood floors. I want, and Alex wants this too, we want like the gray barn door kind of like floors, you know, and then like lighter stuff in there. And then I really like this wood and kind of like wrought iron furniture that they have now, and it looks very kind of like Soho apartment. I want another bookcase for more books, which Alex is totally fine with. And but you know, like, we want to make the condo, like, whenever I talk about like redoing the condo, there's always like one person that's like, what, you're not moving to Florida anymore? I'm like, I've said this a million times. Yes, we're continuing to we've never intended to move to Florida full time. Like, we're going to go back and forth. We want a place in Florida and we want a place here as well. Like, that's our plan. So anyway, just some plans for the future. I don't know if I'll end up getting a nice bag or not. It's not on my priority list right now, but I thought, you know, I end up going and I buy just like a bunch of crap, right? And I do that, like, I don't do it as much as I used to, but I still do it every once in a while. And I'm like, okay, if I just took that money on those nights and I put it aside, then, you know, like, after like 6 or 7 times of doing that, I could get a nice bag, you know? And so, you know, there's that. And I haven't been going to the bookstore and buying as many books as I used to. So that's another thing. I'm like really, really weird about that stuff. Like, I know where all of my money goes. Like, do you guys do that at all? Do any of you budget out there like that? Like, you know, like with your receipts and everything, you know exactly where you're spending so much money on like fountain pops, so much money on groceries, so much money going out to dinner. Do you guys know that? Like, I know exactly the breakdown of all of ours and how much we spend on what. Well, I mean, not Alex, like his private money, but like together. Like, I know like specifically what I spend on stuff and what we spend together. So it's like, you know, if I'm spending such and such amount of money on this a month, I'll tell you what has really been helpful. I know this sounds stupid, right? But is these things, filling them up with water and that pure water filter. Although I need to get a new thing for inside of it because it is not filtering my water anymore and it's driving me crazy. I mean, it never really did fast. It was always slow. Does anybody else have a problem with their pure water filter? So it's like the jug that I have, and the thing inside of it, it's like, it probably, like, I fill it up with water to filter out, and And you have to fill it like 2 to 3 times for the whole thing to be, the jug to be filled. Each time I fill the little thing at the top, it literally takes me like an hour for that to filter through. And at first Alex was like, well, that's just normal because it's filtering through. Now, I think the filter thing must be so old that I need a new one, because it like literally the water is not filtering through at all. But anyway, I have saved so much money versus buying bottled water at the grocery store, at the gas station, whatever. I've saved a lot of money on that. Every once in a while, like you guys know, the other day I bought that one water that has the pH level. I like that. But you know, that pure water stuff tastes just as good as that, if not better. And then I just fill it up constantly. Oh, there's a Starbucks coming over there. Where, what was that old restaurant? Oh shoot, why can't I not remember what that's called? They have like the chicken pot pies and the macaroni and cheese and all that stuff. What was that place called? I can't remember now. They have it at the grocery store, you can buy it. Not Cracker Barrel, but my nose is driving me crazy because I trimmed my beard today. It's like itching all over, which is weird. I use this new stuff. Well, Alex has this stuff that he got sent. So, if you're a man out there, or it's specifically for men, but I don't think you would have to just be a man to use it. But it's called Disco Skincare. Have you guys heard of this? Disco, like a disco ball. D-I-S-C-O. And I actually reached out to them, and then like Alex followed up with them as well, because I've been falling in love with their products. And they sent them to Alex because they wanted him to do like, well, he did a integration thing on, he gets sent every day. Alex has something new. I mean, talk about this whole idea of like, well, Alex thinks it's funny. He would never consider himself like an influencer or micro-influencer and that kind of stuff, but he does love doing like sponsored posts. And most of the time, like, they don't even pay him. They just, like, it's in exchange for, like, the product, but he loves to do it. I'm telling you, like, my husband has, like, I don't know, you don't have to have tons and tons and tons of followers on Instagram to get that kind of stuff, because he doesn't. But he is, like, my husband is so dedicated to his Instagram. He loves Instagram. He loves it, right? So every single day, like, I go outside to leave to go get my Starbucks, and there's a new package there for my husband. Something new that, like, he's doing some kind of, like, you know, integration on, that's what they call them, collaborations and integrations, on Instagram every day. Today it was like, I can't remember what it was. I think it was like a razor or something. But anyway, so whatever he gets, I end up always trying. And he has these skincare products called Disco. Well, I was like looking through Instagram the other day, and it was like, was it Instagram I was looking? I was looking at something, and it was like blemishes under your eye, bags under your eyes. It wasn't yesterday, it was a couple days ago. It was like bags under your eyes, blemishes under your eyes. Try this Disco. It will take away those blah, blah, blah. And I was like, have you seen this thing? And I knew that he had these Disco products in his bathroom. And I was like, have you seen this thing? It looks like a little pen, you know, like an EpiPen or something like that. And he was like, yeah, I have it in the bathroom. It's like a roller ball. And he goes, you just put it underneath your eyes. So today, well, when was that? I guess it was like the last 2 days. I was using these products, and I'm like, oh, like, you can like immediately tell a huge difference with this rollerball thing. And then I used this eucalyptus lotion that he had, which one of my friends today told me is dangerous for dogs. I didn't know that, so be careful of that. But he has this face wash, which I didn't use. But then he has this eucalyptus lotion, which was so nice. It was like a daytime lotion for your skin. And then I used the Harry's eucalyptus aftershave spray, and it was so nice to have, like, after I shaved and did my whole face and everything this morning. But I'm telling you, I really believe in those products. Like, I really liked them. So you're looking for some new skincare, Disco Skincare, tell them I sent you. Speaking of which, there's like 2 Instagrammer girls in Indianapolis, and and they have like a huge following, and I like just look at I constantly looking at their stories. They have such pretty pictures. I know, like, I have an idea of exactly, I think one of them lives exactly right by some of our friends, because she's always taking pictures outside, and I'm like, I think that's our friend's neighborhood. But, oh, there's that Jaguar SUV. That's so pretty. But I'm always looking at these, girls, Instagram accounts. This one, now I can't remember what their names are. One of them's name is Holly. It's like Holly Woodward or something like that. But isn't she the one that was in the Lou Reed song? I can't remember what the other one's name is. But one of them has like 1.3 million followers. And it's just all fashion stuff. It's constantly, it's like that. They always link that. Alex knows a lot of these people here in Indianapolis. I don't know how he knows them, but he knows all of these people that like to know it or whatever. But I think it'd be kind of fun. I mean, they're probably like, well, they each of them have like 3 kids, 4 kids. I think it would be kind of fun to have some friends in Indianapolis that, you know, like make YouTube videos or do Instagram or something like that. I thought about reaching out to them, but I'm always so like that's so weird, isn't it? Like, that's where my social anxiety kicks in. Oh, well, Wes from Highfalutin Low Carb, he and I are good friends. He is a really genuinely nice guy. Like, he is one of the nicest people I think I mean, like, literally, genuinely nice guy. Like, salt of the earth nice. Like, what you see in his videos, like, is so he is like very like wholesome nice, but hilarious too. We text each other all the time. There's a couple other people, you know, that are like, I don't know, there are other people that I've become friendly with that are YouTubers, but they don't live in Indianapolis, you know? It would be nice to have somebody in Indianapolis that I could, like, run and go get coffee with, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, John Green lives here, but it's not like he's looking for any new friends, I don't think. Oh, well. So yeah, I got up today, I went and got my coffee and did a review at Starbucks. Then I came home, talked on the phone to 2 friends, talked on the phone to one friend, tried to get a hold of Tanya. My second friend, she didn't answer. Tanya and I went back and forth all day today. She did 2 Zoom meetings tonight, she told me, when I was over having birthday with Sebastian, like on the way there, because she was asking me if I wanted to do one of them. And then we were gonna get a fountain pop, but like I was like, I had this birthday thing, so she had fun doing these 2 meetings. And, but we tried to get a hold of each other back and forth all day today. So anyway, we were just texting and whatever. And then I came home and I filmed 2 drama videos back to back and got them up. One of them was a sponsorship, and I forgot to put in, this is what set me back on time. I forgot to put in, the screen capture of like, it was an Adam and Eve sponsorship, the Adam and Eve thing on there. And, which if you've ever thought about going over there and using, I mean, you don't have to use my code if you don't want to. You can just go over there and buy something if you want. But like, just to like spice up your life a little bit, you know, your romance life. I think people have this idea that it's like, I mean, there are things over there that are like very, very, you know, like sexual. But there are also things over there that are not. There's like a lot of like great Valentine's Day gifts and things like that. Like, you know, like Kama Sutra, like oil kits, and there's books, and I mean, there's stuff over there. There's lingerie and stuff. I mean, it's not like all of that, you know what I mean? So if you've ever wondered, you've heard me talk about it, you should go over there and check it out. I was kind of surprised, honestly, when I like started working with them. Like, they have tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of stuff on that website. So anyway, where am I at on time? Because I don't want to go too late tonight, because I want to listen to my book. I've got, you guys, I'm so behind on my books. I've got to get back into my rhythm of listening to books. So tonight, I want to, even though it's late, it's like 3:06 right now, I want to get like 2 hours of the misfortune book in, because I just found out, I told you guys on here, the 19th book comes out in February. So I want to get these caught up in January. Plus, I need to listen to The Devil's Knot, and I need to read Saint X, which is my book for the book club this month. So I think I'm going to do that next, actually. And then if I get those 2 done in the next week, come back and circle back around, and then finish the last Janet DeLeon book, and then I don't know what else. I have a ton of books that I purchased. Oh my God, the Sean David Hutchinson book, I want to read that too. A Complicated Love Story in Outer Space, or whatever it's called. It looks really good. So, he named the planet that they're on, or whatever, it's like Curious or something. It's funny, like how it's like Q-U-I-O-R-I-O-U-S or something. It's funny how he spelled it, but anyway, he's very smart. So, he's very smart. No, he is, though. He's like, and he's very nerdy, and that's kind of hot to me, and I think that he is, like, I kind of have a little bit of an author crush on Sean David Hutchinson, and he is kind of goofy looking, and it's a turn on. I don't know, there's just something about him that I love. Check him out sometime. He's got real curly hair. He's been like, his hair's been growing out like this year because he hasn't gotten it cut and stuff, and it's like super curly and kind of long and whatever. Oh, I love curly hair on guys. I love curly hair on my husband. It's like one of my favorite things about my husband is his curly hair. He used to flat iron it like every day, and now he lets it, like he leaves it curly, and I love that so much. He used to highlight it a lot too. I mean, whatever my husband wants to do with his hair is up to him. I want my husband to be happy most of all, you know. But I like his hair when it's like really, really dark, and I love it when it is really curly. So anyway, filmed those videos, had to re-render. I had it all the way uploaded, ready to post and everything, my first drama video, and then I was like, watching it back, and I was like, oh, I was watching part of it back, and I was like, I didn't include the sponsorship post, like the logo and stuff, in my code. So I had to go back, re-render it. It was like, at that point, 7:30, and I had to leave the house at like, I was supposed to leave at 8, but I ended up leaving at like 8, 9. It didn't matter. They were just like hanging out when I got there anyway, but I ended up leaving the house at like 8:30 or something, and they got Sebastian a remote control car, and like, what are those things called? Big wheels, you know, that you drive. And it had stickers all over it. It was really cool. Liliana was putting all the stickers on it, and then Alex, he's like gonna be our painter or our artist. he can just for hours like do artwork. So I'm gonna get because Saturday we have to go back over there for another little birthday deal. I'm gonna get him a bunch of art supplies for his birthday. Alex tonight got him this little desk, and you can sit and like put the desk over you, and it has like these pockets on either side for your books, your coloring books and magazine, or like in you know, markers, and it's got little spaces for all of it and stuff like that. It's just a little desk for kids. It's real sweet. Oh, this was the cute part. When we were doing the birthday thing, you know, they sing this long song that's like forever long. So he's sitting there, and at one point he looked over, because they had, you know, he's 5. They had 5 candles on the cake, and he's so sweet. He went like this. He went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, okay, there's 5 candles on there. It was so sweet. I told Alex, I was like, you guys, if he lives to be your abuela's age, he's got 85 more years on this earth. And they're like, oh my God, that's crazy. And I was like, so we looked it up. I think it's like 2106 or something like that he would live to be. Is that what we looked it up to say? I can't remember what we looked it up, but it was something like that. But anyway, crazy to think, you know, of what's possible in that lifetime, isn't it? How much the world will change. Gets me kind of teary-eyed thinking about it a little bit. I think I don't like thinking that way too, because like, I looked at Alex and I said, he like put his hand on my shoulder, and I said, and we won't be here, you know, like, it's kind of like weird when you kind of come to terms with the fact that like, when people are talking about like 60 years from now, you're like, well, I won't be here 60 years from now. You know, it's kind of like weird when you start kind of like realizing that, like in terms of time, it's hard. That's one of the hard things about getting older. It's, for me, like I say all this time, it's not like about the wrinkles and all that kind of stuff. It's about kind of that acceptance that like, there's going to be a point when you're not here anymore, you know? I don't know. Anyway, I think this is going to stop in just a second. I can't see what time it's on. But, so I got those videos up, and then I Oh, at the same time I was uploading my Peterisms video. I got that up before I left. Got the review video up, got the vlog up, got them all. I can't believe I got so much stuff done today. It was crazy. I changed. This is not what I wore over there. I just wore a black t-shirt and jeans and a hat. Our family is so casual, they do not care. And then yeah, and then Alex had stopped at Target on the way to get him this little desk and stuff. And so I said I would get the stuff on Saturday. And then I fed the dogs and all that, and then I got ready and I left. So I got there about, I don't know, like 10 till 9. It stopped. I knew I was almost at the end, just couldn't tell how close. So then they had like made a couple like pizzas. They had like one that had like everything on it. They looked like, I think like they always get like Tombstone pizzas, but there was this one that looked like it had like ricotta cheese or something on it. It looked really good, but it had pepperoni, so I couldn't have it. So I had 2 pieces of the cheese pizza. It was really good. It tasted kind of sweet, honestly. And then I had, those weren't the pizzas that Alex brought from Costco. I wonder if no, because he came straight from work, so he wouldn't have had those in his car. They kind of like looked like the Costco pizzas a little. Not the Costco pizzas that you get, but like the ones like you buy in the box that come in like, you know, he just bought some of those the other day that come like 6 or 8 in a box. So anyway, then we stayed there for like 45 minutes, and that was it. Kids were getting ready to go to bed for school and stuff like that, and that was that. So, and then Alex came home, and he got home before I did, and he took the dogs out, and he was like, I'm going to bed. So we went upstairs and we talked in bed for a little bit. Nothing significant, just kind of about our day. And then he was playing his township game, and I fell fast asleep with Boo Radley right by my side. He was so sweet. And yeah, and now I'm here. And now I am going to stop the vlog because I'm at the end. And I am going to listen to Bullets and Beads, Janet DeLeon, book 17 in the Misfortune series. I sound like the guy that hosts Radio Classics, 148 Radio Classics. Next, we have Suspense. Hitchhike Poker is what it's called. Anyway, I listen to Radio Classics all the time. So, that was my day. How was yours? Let me know how your day was in the comment section below. Let me know what you did. Did you have any exciting plans? Did you get any snow? I hope so. We didn't get any snow today. I just like to have like one day, you know, like, and maybe like on a Friday at like 7 o'clock so that it just, people can't really like have to do anything but stay inside by the fire on a weekend, or maybe even a Sunday or something, you know, but like melted the next day so everybody can get to work and school on time. But it's like, I just would like one day where we got kind of like a heavy snowfall. It's like it comes and then it's like gone like that. Anyway, I thought that was a stop sign, but it wasn't. I've always wanted to go to this place called The Scoop in Noblesville. It's ice cream. Ice cream sounds good right now. Anyway. Well, all right, you guys, listen, I haven't watched any more of Surviving Death, but, oh, my battery is flashing, so that means it's going to stop here any second. I'm going to get off here, so I'm just going to say 2 things. Like my friend Stephanie says, you can just always say just goodbye. I hope you guys are having an amazing Friday, and if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And let's be kind to one another and put some, you know, goodness, kindness, love, caring, understanding, tolerance, forgiveness, understanding. What else do I say? Oh, and grace and hope out there in the world. And, you know, like I also always say, let's practice random acts of kindness, but like I also always say, don't tell anyone. And I was just going to say 2 things and sign off, and this is what always happens. But most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. And like I've been saying, let's practice just one random act of kindness, each of us. Let's just do one nice thing today. Just give somebody a compliment. Just anybody, you can give them a compliment, but you have to feel it from your heart. A compliment that truly comes from your heart, something that you really, really do believe Okay, look for it. Look for somebody that has a outfit on there, or a sweater, or a shirt, or a coat that you really like, or a new haircut or something. Compliment them on something that you really feel inside your heart comes from a positive, good place. And then we are passing on positivity out there in the world, and it makes them feel good, and the world, I think, feels better as a result of that. So let's do that, right? Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!